Sure do. Looking at the most upvoted question right now by Dominic Rinaldi, and it says strategy number one: several fool analysts stop investing in positions at 3 to 5%, and then let them do the rest of the work so they can invest in potential moonshots. Strategy number two: have a small condensed portfolio like Brian Withers. Which do you like for more life-changing returns?
Here's my guess. Brian Withers probably likes the first one better. Sorry, Danny, go ahead. Sorry.
That's okay. When I look at, these different strategies, there is no one that is the silver bullet. What I will say is I use a combination of both of those strategies. I generally do not invest more than 3 to 5% of my original cash into a single company, and I generally do it in smaller amounts over time. But then, once a position gets to that size or higher in my portfolio, it's already gotten to the point where it can do the heavy lifting. I don't have to put little dribs and drabs of more money in it, because a lot of times the stock price is going to move enough and the position size is going to move more in a day than I could add to it in a month. So generally speaking, I think people need to do what is best for them. But in the case of my portfolio, yeah, go ahead and invest in something till it gets to 3 to 5%, let it do the heavy lifting, and then take the rest of that money and find out what the next big thing is.
Let's see here.
Yeah,
actually,
and I guess I would
Brian,
just.
I was going to say, Brian, maybe you should chime into this, because for
I
anybody that
do.
didn't watch
I do
the
want
last
to make
hour.
a comment.
Yeah.
And I'm not voting for one or the other. I like a lot of. I'm summarizing the videos, Jason, of when you and I talked about how many stocks you should own, and people nearing retirement and all that kind of stuff. There's a ton of considerations on how many stocks you should own, and what's important to know is if you have less stocks, the average size of those stocks is going to be much, much bigger. And over the last few years, the average size of my individual holdings has grown 4x. And so there's certainly an element of how much time I have to spend looking at these things, and how much time and research that go into some of these positions that I have. I know the size of your positions are way smaller than mine, and I think I remember you saying something like, "There's no way in hell I would be able to sit on that kind of stuff." So it's a very personal question, and I wouldn't try to do something that you're not comfortable with because somebody else was doing it.
Yeah, and I think the key thing here is it's great to talk to other investors and see how they do it and understand why, because it can help inform what works best for you. The bottom line is that Brian and I have very, very different ways we invest, and Danny's kind of somewhere in the middle, right? And we have 3 different ways that we invest, that there's nuances that we have a lot of overlap, and we find what works best for us.